What's up guys, welcome to another news post video, but in this one we're looking at the Jagex accounts for the closed beta. So as many of you will know, maybe some of you don't, Jagex are releasing a Jagex Launcher, which is, in fact, this has already been released, but they are working on one to make it like even better and allow you to connect like all of your characters into the same place so you can log in and it'll all be nice. It'll be more convenient, kind of like other MMOs where it's just more, it's more new, it's more modern, it's just better overall. So that's what they're working towards. So in this we're going to go through, find out more information about where they are at with this, and basically see what we can expect from the Jagex Launcher. And if you haven't heard of this, then you'll get more information about it, or you'll learn about it in this video as well. So hopefully you find the video useful. I like to cover this sort of stuff whenever I get the chance to, because I like spreading the information out, and obviously I'm going to read through this for the first time too, and also learn what's going on. I like knowing what's going on in the game too. So let's take a look. Jagex account closed beta. This is the 19th of January one. So during our sneak peek stream at the end of the year, the Jagex publishing team dropped by to give us an update on Jagex accounts and the benefits they offer, including improved account security, which is obviously going to be freaking good as long as it is actually as good as they say. We're now ready to bring the system to closed beta. So of course, for anyone who doesn't know, closed beta is like an invite only thing. They'll be choosing the people to test this with, and then they'll roll that out into public beta afterwards probably. The Jagex Launcher, we're delighted to see that so many of you are using the Jagex Launcher to play RuneScape. So I downloaded this myself, I tried it out, I've connected my account and stuff. I don't use it anymore. It loads up on my account on my computer every time I turn it on automatically, but I don't use it to log in. I don't know why, I don't know, I just got out of the habit of doing so. If you're unfamiliar, the Jagex Launcher is the easiest and most convenient way to play the game. It lets you access all of our games seamlessly and securely in one place and with the convenience of a single login. It also lets you add up to 10 different accounts and switch between them seamlessly. If you'd like to try it out for yourself, you can download the launcher here. So I'll link this post in the description, not the link, but I'll link the post in the description, and then you can find the link for that here. I don't want to link this because then, I don't know, I just don't like linking stuff that you're going to have to log into. Obviously, there's RuneScape at the end of the day. So apparently you can have 10 accounts on here now since I've last seen it. They used to only have one when I last touched it, so maybe it is worth me doing, meaning you can switch between those accounts seamlessly. It says I'm assuming it says you can switch between them. I'm assuming if you change and then you click a different one, it'll just launch a second window, so you can probably have multiple as well. So that's pretty good. That's the good thing about it. If you've been keeping up with our plans for the Jagex Launcher, you'll know that we plan to roll out Jagex accounts over the coming months. In fact, the first of several closed betas is scheduled to begin next week on January 26th. Nice. We invite only. There we go. They're planning on doing this with player moderators and other select players of the community. I don't know yet if this basically means like content creators and stuff. I haven't checked if this has been mentioned or not. I'll have to have a look, but it'll be probably people that work with JMods on certain things like that. But once we're happy with that, with what we're seeing in closed beta, we can invite more of you to test the system, but before opening up for everyone. Cool. So they're doing the proper tests, which is obviously important because you're connecting like multiple RuneScape accounts to one thing, right? And if the security wasn't good, or if they weren't happy with the actual thing as well, then yeah, you don't want to release this too soon. Jagex Launcher is an app for the Windows and Mac OS that you can use to access RuneScape, cool, and all the other games they have. The Jagex account is the new account players will use to access our games, and it's based on a safe, secure set of authentication credentials using industry standard technology, which I think just means like a username and password on our side, and then the security on their side. RuneScape account, the account players currently use to access RuneScape. We already know there's a character, it's the same as RuneScape accounts. Import character. The process players will go through to permanently add their RuneScape account to their Jagex account. Okay, so you connect your RuneScape accounts to your Jagex account, and then it's permanently attached. So once you do it, your account will be related to that Jagex account. I'm assuming you can maybe contact them and change this in the future, but for now, it looks like that's pretty much how it works. Upgrade character, the initial act of creating a Jagex account from a RuneScape account, okay, and before importing your characters. So do you have to have a RuneScape account to create? I assume you don't have to have one, but you can use your RuneScape account to create a Jagex account, it seems. The process, add character, the process players can use to create a brand new character. Okay, so you can make new characters from the Jagex Launcher as well. That's interesting. Jagex account name, the name chosen by the player to identify the Jagex account. We'll use this when communicating with you. It doesn't have to be unique. Okay, so this isn't the same as your RuneScape name. Your character names will be their own character name still. Your Jagex account name can be whatever you want, kind of like in Discord where there's no restriction to your name, but it will generate a tag with random numbers for you at the end. So we will basically be given the same sort of thing. So we player name and then the number, and then of course they can track you that way. So even if like you guys are the same as me, we'd have a different tag so they can identify you. This might be displayed in other games or used for friends and chat features on the Jagex Launcher. Oh, okay. So there's going to be an inbuilt chat system on this as well. Kind of like the RuneScape lobby at the moment, or kind of like Discord, I guess it might maybe. We'll have to see how good it is. I don't think they're going to conquer Discord. Like, that's not going to be what it is. I guess like the Steam chat thing, that sort of thing, which most people still would just use Discord, but the option is there, right? Character name. I wonder if this is going to have voice over IP, like, you know, like voice chat. I know that you got that in Discord anyway, but if it does have it built in, then maybe if you're in like RuneScape, you can connect that in like the lobby or something. I don't know. That would be interesting. Character name. The unique name chosen by a player to identify their RuneScape or old school RuneScape character. Okay, that doesn't matter too much. We know that. Okay. Why Jagex accounts? So why should we have this? Now that we're all on the same page, let's talk about why we're launching a new account system. Account security is a major concern for players and a core focus for us, definitely. The current system has reached the end of the road as our security solution. The new Jagex account system will let us provide you with increased security, stability, and sustainability using modern industry standard technology. I don't know what they mean by modern industry standard technology. Actually, they just mean what everybody else is already doing, and we are miles behind in seeing in RuneScape at the moment. We'll be able to keep bringing you more RuneScape for years to come without you worrying that your hard-earned stats and equipment will fall into the hands of hackers. So they're saying this is going to be harder to hack. Now I hope this is true, because if you have 10 accounts linked to this and all of those 10 accounts have valuables on them and they hack your Jagex account, something tells me they're easily just going to be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, log into all of them, take all that stuff off of them, 10 accounts done. So I'm assuming that this is going to be better. Jagex accounts will use a different multi-factor authentication integration to current RuneScape accounts. When setting up MFA for your Jagex account, you'll be provided with 10 backup codes to use as your second factor if you lose access to your authenticated device. Okay, these codes will only be shown once and can be used and can only be used once each. So that's clever. That's clever, because if you do lose your authenticator at the moment, it is a ball ache to get back into anything. I've been locked out of email addresses and stuff because my phone broke and I couldn't get back on my authenticator. So having this is definitely a good thing as well. I like this. That's good. To import a character to Jagex account, you'll log into that character and enter your authentication details as usual. Once a character has been imported, the MFA for the associated RuneScape account will no longer work. You'll need to use the MFA associated with Jagex account. Okay, makes sense. You can still play multiple characters at once and make progress simultaneously, assuming all those characters are linked to your Jagex account. Okay, so you can multi-log with this, which is good. That's fine. They've already said there's no problem with multi-logging anymore. In short, the Jagex account and launcher is how we're going to provide you with strong modern account security, as well as an easy way to log in and manage RuneScape characters. Now, I want to have a quick scroll down. I know I'm skipping steps here. Maybe it's in here, but they mentioned a while ago about actual customer support through the Jagex accounts, and because the reason they don't do it now is because anyone could just impersonate anyone with the with like contacting customer support. I could contact someone and be like, "Yep, this is my username in game," because everyone can see that, right? Like, you know what everyone's username is, and you can just pretend to be someone else. So the live chat's kind of hard, but apparently they're going to be doing that with this. There's going to be actual customer support rather than how we do it now, where we submit a ticket and maybe never hear back. So that's also a good thing. Maybe they'll mention that soon. So Jagex account betas. The first phase begins next week on January 26th, where we'll be inviting player moderators and other selected players to subscribe to the beta. We know about this already. They've said about it. We can keep a close on our accounts, and we're going through upgrade process. We're carefully reviewing the data and acting on any feedback we receive to make sure everything is running smoothly. Beautiful. The invite will appear as a RuneScape message center. So if maybe they are just going to pick random people as well, like a few of them, and go from there, which we found in the account settings section. So when you log into the lobby as well, you'll have it in like the top of your screen. You have a little message with the little number, or say like 1 or 2 or however many you've got that's unread. So you might also see it there. So keep an eye out. It maybe not, isn't like, maybe it is going to be random players as well. So that'd be good. I think they should do that for sure, to get different testing things, and they probably will. I guess so. Makes sense. So from there, you'll be prompted to upgrade your RuneScape account to a Jagex account from the account settings menu on our website. You'll want to click the button prompting you to create a Jagex account and then log in. Once you've done that, whether whichever character receives the invite will be ported and added to the Jagex account. Okay, cool. Now, this is important. I want to mention this, and I'm probably just being a little bit like paranoid and stuff here, but I guarantee something's going to happen with this, and don't do do anything from an email that you get about this, okay? They have said the invite will appear in the RuneScape message center, okay? That's where your invite is going to be. If you get an email that's from a random email address that says like Jagex RuneScape or something like that, pretending to be them, and it says click this link and enter your login details to have access to the Jagex like launcher beta, do not do it. That is not how they're doing it. They're doing it as an invite in the message center. Okay, this is what you want to do. Don't do it from just random email, because phishing emails could very much take advantage of this. So just keep that in mind. If you're invited to take part in the closed beta, you'll notice a swanky new button to help you get upgraded to a Jagex account. Okay, cool. This one here, it looks like an ad. Jagex, it looks like an ad. What do you do? Just what do you mean? I get it. It's new. You're right. It is new. But it looks like an advert. But okay, we get it. You'll be asked to make a brand new password for your Jagex account. Yes, it's case sensitive. Good, as passwords are now as well. You can choose from a selection of authentication methods when logging into your account to make sure that it stays on your Jagex account. Cool. The next step is to authenticate your Jagex account in the launcher. Of course, you'll need to download it if you haven't already. Okay, so this is all the same thing. Feeling lost? Don't worry, we'll insert some videos. Beautiful. The duration of the closed beta will depend entirely on the feedback we're getting. When we're satisfied that the participants are happy with the Jagex account system, we'll open up the beta to everybody. That makes sense. Okay, so they're not going to be rushing this out, which is good. Like, they seem to rush quite a lot of stuff out. If they don't rush this out and they do it properly, then happy days. This could be good for the game. Definitely. It's not going to bring in new players or anything, but it could help stop losing players, because if someone gets hacked, loses their entire bank, then rip, people quit, right? It's just how it is. But if this avoids that, then cool, that's good. Account security is definitely important. They definitely need to be looking at this, so it's good to see. And if it does have, which we haven't seen anything, we're going to check the FAQs in a second, but if it doesn't have the customer service that they've said about in the past, then that's kind of weird that they've not mentioned it. So let's take a look. Some of you might have additional questions that aren't answered above. I have one. Are you ought to be looking for an answer to something a little more specific that we didn't include? This one's interesting. How does it work together with mobile? When logging in on mobile using a Jagex account, you'll see an extra screen to choose which character to use for that session. Okay, that makes sense. That's cool. So you do still have the Jagex accounts, but you'll have to log out and in again if you want to log. It's not, they're looking to improve it as well, so that's good. But hey, at least it's still there, and you get a character select screen pretty much for RuneScape. That's cool. We've had several questions on the topic summarized in the following question. If someone adds a hijacked character to a Jagex account, what happens? Player support will have tools available to assist in cases where RuneScape accounts are hijacked and imported to the wrong Jagex account. Once the correct owner of the character has been verified, they'll be able to import it to their own Jagex account. Okay, so this doesn't say anything about actual support, but it does say that they are aware that this could be an issue. And they do have plans for it, so that's good. And will the launcher be required to play using a Jagex account? The launcher will be required to play on desktop. We are interested to know if there are any improvements that we could make to improve the experience of getting into games via the launcher. So you will have to have this at some point. They're going to remove the client, I assume, and you'll go from there. You might have to still download the client, but it'll probably be included in the files for this, I would assume. And then the final one that I guess is interesting enough is, will there be support for Linux? There will not be a launcher support for Linux directly. However, we'll put together an article with details of how Linux users can continue to play if they have a Jagex account. Okay, so they haven't mentioned customer support here, which kind of bothers me a little bit. I don't know if this is something that you actually need to worry about, or whether I'm being a little bit over the top, but they did release a post in the past saying that they are going to have actual customer support where you can talk to people and chat with them and stuff, and they can use your actual account for this. I thought this was like one of the biggest things to come out of the Jagex launcher, in my opinion. So hopefully this is still going to be a thing they're looking at. If not, then that's kind of a little bit of a disappointment, in my opinion. But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that it's still there. They just haven't mentioned it in this post. I'll look into it, and if not, then maybe I'll pin something in the comments to let you guys know. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. I hope they do, because an actual customer support will be incredibly useful. And if they can use the Jagex accounts to confirm and deny stuff properly, then happy days. We'll have to see what happens with that. Anyway, guys, I hope you found this useful. We could be logging in very differently in the near future, sometime this year probably, than we are right now. Hopefully it's more secure. Hopefully it's more convenient. What do you guys think? Happy about the Jagex accounts idea and the Jagex launcher, or you just want to stick with how things are now? I think this is going to be good. I'm happy with this. I don't see a problem with this. I'm looking forward to it. So we'll have to see what happens. Anyway, I appreciate you all watching. Thank you. And I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.